Woot woot! It's Friday, party hardy, rock and roll. Hey, little red, how you doing, hon? Hey, Ron, how you doing? Yeah, yesterday I was having a hard time going live, so finally I said, screw it. Everything wanted to update. God, my computer's on 24/7, so, but yet doesn't like to update when it wants to, until I try to go live. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hey, Vegas Ghost Girls, how you doing? You thought the ladies blocked you? Nah, we would never do that, Ron. Never ever. Hey guys, what is going on? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Hold on one sec. Let me move myself over here. There we go. Happy Friday. Hey, easily distracted. How you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday to you and everybody. I hope everybody's having a, not doing a great day, having a great day. What is going on? Awesome sauce. Nothing wanted to update today. We're doing good. We are doing good. Oh, you know what? Give me one second, guys. I gotta change something up. Not change something up, but put something in. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Make sure that goes through right. Let's see. Come on now. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hey, Cassie, how you doing? Not enough coffee yet? I hear you. My coffee. I have some coffee. Would you like some? But my coffee tastes a little weak today. I don't know why. I apparently didn't put enough coffee in there. It's just a little weak today. I don't know. You can't see me? That's weird. Why can't you see me? Can anybody see me? Haha, right? I hear you. I hear you, Lil Red. Can you guys see me? My week was okay. You can see me? Okay. Ron, everybody can see me but you. I'm so confused. I really gotta change my mic arm. I feel like it's like I'm right here. I know, I feel the arm is right there in my face. I'm right here. You drank a whole bottle of wine last night? Damn, Lil Red. Holy crap. I wouldn't be awake today. That's so weird, Ron. I don't know why. Hey, Eli. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I tell you what, a lot of weird stories this week. Telling you. A lot of weird stories. Shall we get right into it? Oh, yeah. You know what? That's funny, Lil Red. I mean, it's not funny, but I, okay, Ron. Oh, I don't have my phone. Um, I've never had a hangover in my life either, and I don't drink water. But yeah, I, I've never had a hangover. Yeah, try refreshing, Ron. See if that helps. I moved myself over because I was in the middle of the screen, but I didn't like it. I don't do wine though. Although, yeah, wine they tell you you usually have a hangover. I don't drink wine though. I don't like wine or champagne. Yeah, Eli, you're out of luck, man. She drank it all. You're totally out of luck. So it's Friday. I hope everybody had a I hope everybody had a great week. I'm definitely starting to get bored. I'm at that stage where nothing good is on TV, nothing's good on the computer to read. It's just psychological. Any other day I'd be like, oh my God, I got so much to do and I got to do it before work. Hey, Blue, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. What's going on? So I'm at that stage of boredom where like nothing is captivating my attention. Yeah, I know, Eli. I still have yet to, I gotta wait till I get paid Monday before I can, file for unemployment. I was all right up until they're like, what's your last paycheck's wages? I'm like, ooh. Because of the fact that I get paid biweekly, the 1st and 15th. Um, uh, it varies from week to week, so, you know. But I hope all is well. Are you ready to get some stories? Now, some of these aren't like right like from last week. I couldn't find any. Oh,
Oh
thank you.
my.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. It
Oh
sucks that you can't
my.
stay, but thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
Oh my.
Thank you for the lemons. You're amazing. Thank you.
Oh my.
You are awesome. Thank you. Ooh, my. I appreciate that so much. I really do. I hope you have a wonderful day, Amy. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into some stories, huh? Like I said, they're not from all this.
Oh my.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Thank you for the lemon.
Oh my.
You guys just like hearing that. Ooh, my. um, so yeah, I was just going through and I found some weird ass stories, and of course, I want to share them with you guys to get your take on them, what you think, what's going on. And let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let me put down my OBS and get my. The wrong one. I always forget which one to use with this one. So, the first one that I found was witness reports someone being picked up by a UFO at O'Hare International Airport. Can you imagine? Who's not thought of? Oh, you're talking about the. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. Um, can you imagine just. I believe this is from a security guard, if I remember right. It just standing around, walking around, doing your post, what you're supposed to do as a security guard. Look over, and somebody's getting lifted up in a beam from the UFO. What? So it goes on to say witness reports someone being picked up by a UFO at O'Hare International Airport. While there are many unusual things that happen in the world, sometimes there are moments that really leave you wondering what's going on. A witness happened to see something really weird in Chicago. Many times, bizarre events like this happens in remote areas. This was a large airport where many others would have likely seen it as well. Although there's no video footage publicly released, the men in black got it. That's what that means. Airport security cams would have recorded something like this. Questions remain whether or not this was covered up for obvious reasons. I don't know what that picture is supposed to represent, but. Oh, good, you see me now? All right. Oh, really? Easily distracted? No shit. You live near O'Hare? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So the anonymous witness, maybe it's not the security guard. I know I read something about a security guard seeing something, but you know, my stories all run into everything else, just like my days. The anonymous witness reported seeing this on January 23rd, 2020 at about 1 a.m. The unknown man said there was a brilliant blue light beaming towards the ground. Then a person there appeared to be taking aboard some kind of spacecraft of sorts. The object in question was egg-shaped. According to this man's report, I was outside taking a smoke break and was on the phone with my girlfriend when I saw this thing pass over me. It was completely silent, but it was also extremely bright as it passed over the shafts of the light coming from this thing and going to the ground. It was moving very, very fast and then stopped right above that old cemetery that sits inside the airport. Then a brilliant blue light came from this thing towards the ground. It looked like someone was shining a super bright spotlight down from the sky towards the ground. It was then I saw something rising toward the object and it disappeared for after about 5 seconds. It looked like it was a person, but I was standing too far away to get a good look at it. I can tell you that it looked like a lot. Well, I can tell you that it looked a lot like a person getting sucked up into this thing. This object then rotated in place within 3 seconds. This thing flew up toward the north and was gone in a split second. I'm telling you, man, it was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I stood there looking as it faded out and stayed out for a few minutes before coming back to my senses and going back inside. I work over the redacted for privacy, and this thing looked like it was over by the cemetery. If you want to, I'll show you where it was or where it is. A lot of people don't even know this place is out there. So, easily distracted, do you know where the cemetery is inside O'Hare Airport? That's weird that they have a cemetery inside the airport. This is not the first time I have seen things in the sky, and I know that a lot of people I work with during the night shifts have seen a lot stranger things here at the airport. It seems to attract a lot of weird things. It's because of their underground base. I don't know. Manuel Navarrete of UFO Clearinghouse later was able to contact this unknown witness by phone. This is following what the reported about. No, I mean, to me, that's weird that there's a cemetery in there somewhere. I spoke with a gentleman who submitted the report via phone, and he explained that he worked the night shift, and during downtime, he would walk outside to take a smoke break, Navarro said. It was during one of these smoke breaks he was talking on his phone. Then he first noticed the light from the object that he claimed flew overhead. He claimed the object was egg shaped and estimated the object to be about 40 feet in diameter and about 10 to 15 high. The witness claimed the object was silent and was shooting rays of light toward the ground. He said he watched as a few overhead and stopped above the Rest Haven Cemetery. The witness said he watched as the object hovered slightly or silently about 20 feet above the treetops for about 20 seconds before a brilliant blue light shot down from the object and hit the ground below, he continued. The witness then stated that he saw what looked like a person being lifted up into the object. He could not definitively see what it was being lifted, but that it looked like a humanoid shape. He was too far away to make a positive identification, and he was too scared to approach the object and get a closer look, which I don't blame him, really. Navarrete said the witness went on to tell him how the humanoid was then taken aloft, disappeared in the brilliance of the light, and within seconds or two the light ceased and the object began to rotate in place, clockwise motion. The object then shot off in a northerly direction and was out of sight within a few seconds. The witness stated that he'd walked back into the building, not wanting to be outside anymore, and that he did not venture outside again until the sun had begun to rise. The investigator said the witness told him that the investigator said the witness told him that who worked the graveyard shift at O'Hare have seen many strange things overnight, including strange orbs and lights in the sky not associated with the airport activities. But then, when asked if he's seen or had heard anything about a flying humanoid sightings, he advised he had not. The witness seemed genuine and would ask further questions. He did not stray from the original sighting. This isn't the first time strangely and high unusual sightings have taken place in or around O'Hare Airport. There have been many incidents and weird sightings, including, but not limited to, a red-eyed flying man, a 7-foot tall person with wings, a bat creature running like a gorilla, and an unknown flying human owl. Hey, Southern Belle, how you doing? It could be easily distracted. Holograms definitely could be. Welcome, welcome, Southern Belle. How you doing, hon? Hopefully you had a great week. All of these strange phenomena have yet to be proven, but many wonder why these moments allegedly occur at this location in particular. Perhaps that there is a reason for that might make sense later. Until then, we can only speculate for now what the heck is going on. So crazy. I mean, can you imagine? I couldn't imagine going out for a cigarette break and then all of a sudden you happen to look up and you're like, what the hell? I mean, I'd have a little bit more choice words, but, and then you see somebody getting taken. Good to hear, Southern Belle. Good to hear. Um, but then I go, yeah, see, then I start thinking about Stephen Greer and how, like, the spaceships we see are man made, they're ours, and that we abduct people to get them scared about aliens when aliens are supposed to be coming here to try to help us and give us free energy. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? You know? What do you guys think? First of all, how would you react? Like, would you be calling, like, all your sources and being like, hey, I just saw something? I probably would, Ron. I'd be like, what the hell is that? I probably, it, as much as my fight or flight senses would kick in, I'm sure I'd want to investigate it. I really would. I really would. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I know I can tell you. See, I would never take a picture. You know why? Because at times that things happen like that, I never have my phone, or that's the last thing I think about is my phone. Picture and phone call. If I could get my brain to think about that, I'd be golden. Now, like I said, I've never experienced that. I can tell you with a sea lion that was like right next to me, I did run and left my husband on the dock um, to fend for himself. So I don't know, to be in that sort of situation. I'd want to check it out, and I'd be pissed if I ran off and didn't check it out. Right, easily distracted. I hear ya. They'd be like, "What are you smoking?" I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I couldn't imagine that happening to me. You know, I can't wait till this it gets warmer out and it stops being cloudy at night to take my full spectrum cam and just film the stars. You know, but that's how my mind works. I think about stuff like that. I'm like, this is wicked cool. Then I think of, like I said, Stephen Greer saying that these alien ships that we see that float and that are ours. Curiosity would get the better of you, Southern Belle. I'd like to think that with me. I would like to, because I would want to know. I'm like, what? But then you get that creepy feeling. I don't know. When it comes to aliens, there's certain, even shows that I watch, um, like ghost hunter shows that might go to like Skinwalker Ranch or whatnot. It's a weird feeling. It's another type of frighten that I can't explain, if that makes sense. It's a weird feeling, you know? Hey, I believe you easily distracted. I definitely believe you. There's a lot of weird things that happen on this earth that you can't, you cannot. You try to put it on the back burner in your head and you can't. It keeps coming forward. You don't believe in it? That's okay. Everybody has their opinion. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I've never seen one, but yet there's just so much. There's so much. So many experiences that you know. See, and that's the thing. Most ghost hunters don't believe in aliens or cryptids. Well, I shouldn't say most. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, you know. But that's usually how it is, and I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't understand how people can believe in one thing but not the other. I don't know. There's just so many weird. But I believe everybody that's had an experience has had an experience. Definitely. Definitely. I've seen terror on people's face. So, shall we move on to the next one? Let's see what's next. Strange sounds have been heard over Anchorage, Alaska. Now, I'm near Anchorage. And now I really didn't read this article, but if it's what I'm thinking, I heard this in New York. And I want to know if any of you guys have heard this. If it's the same thing. Let me read it and we'll see if it's the same thing. Yeah, and that's what's hard too, easily distracted when you have somebody um that sees something with you and they don't want to talk about it cuz they're so freaked out and you're just like, "But I want to go. I want to, you know, I want to investigate." You know, it's 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 funny how we each react to different things. So, nobody really knows what the heck is going on. However, residents from Anchorage, Alaska have recently started reporting strange sounds above them in the sky. Okay, these bizarre sounds seem to happen in the early morning hours. From out of nowhere, these sounds can be heard. Some might think this is an animal, but those who live in Alaska say otherwise. It seems that a loud noise starts to happen that is best described as a hum. Oh no, this ain't. Then noise gets continuously louder before fading away. While this location is physically the largest populated part of Alaska, the location is in the southern central part of the state near the shore of Cook Bay. The most recent report happened back on Monday at about 5 a.m. Whatever it was, this highly unusual sound or noise lasted for several hours in the central part of Alaska. The noise seems to come and go. However, nobody yet knows what to make of it or what exactly is causing such a stir. One person described it as being a mysterious metal moaning sound. See, that almost sounds like the trumpets, and that's what I heard. Others have said that this noise is rather creepy. It's both yeah, it's it's both. Have you any of you guys ever heard of the trumpets, or have you heard the trumpets play? I have, but in New York. Um, it's both beautiful and scary because your brain is trying to figure out what could make a sound that loud, but you're in awe of it. Like, wow, that's beautiful. It's weird. The sound seems internally loud when heard. It seems to resonate inside someone's body. No doubt this is a strong force coming from somewhere nearby. Now, when I heard it, it's the end of the world. See, now I read into the trumpets because I've heard it. I know exactly what they're talking about. And it does. It sounds beautiful, but it does sound like metal scraping together, almost like. Now, I read in it, I don't believe the world's ending. I do not believe that. Sorry, Eli. um, Now I read into it, and somebody states, or I don't know who it was that actually. I was just reading into it because I was curious, and I like to research. That's what I do, and um, a lot of people say it's plate shifting underneath you know, it's plate shifting. There was no vibrations, no nothing. I mean, it it could you were frozen there. Like I remember looking around where I was living like, does anybody else hear this? Why am I hearing this? You know what I mean? I, and but nobody was around. It was like it would all of a sudden where I was living in Batavia, New York, it was a ghost town. Like no cars went by, no nothing. But it was early in the morning. Um, but it was like freaky but awesome at the same time. I don't know how to else to explain it. Yeah, but they saw strange objects back in the day too. Obviously, that's why who drew the Last Supper? I can't think of his name. Wow. That's why he drew, Da Vinci? Was it Da Vinci? Spaceships in the paintings. They knew. That's why back in the day, Egypt's gods flew in on chariots. Sorry, been watching a lot of Ancient Aliens. But so yeah, I mean, I just I don't know how to explain the trumpets, but has any of you guys heard them? Or am I the only one? I don't think as like the world's ending, like civilization is going to be gone. You know what I mean? As far as, I don't know. To me, it don't feel like that. I honestly don't feel that way. Um, but I think it's more or less where you've seen the video of the sounds. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like trumpets, but it sounds like metal, like big, huge chunks of metal scraping together. It's very weird. Yeah, dinosaurs are coming back. Yay! That would freak me out. If I woke up tomorrow and saw like a T Rex trotting by my window, yeah, that'd be yeah. The caveman too? Man, does that mean we're gonna go back to being pulled by our hair? What the hell? Yeah. Exactly, easily distracted. I feel that way too. We all I don't know. Like I said, my experiences differ from other people's experiences. You'd have a dino as a pet. I could see that. I could see you. Little Red, I could so see you just walking around, chilling, walking with a little dino. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could so if anybody, I can see you. Definitely. Like the Flintstones. Yeah. Oh, Dino. Yeah, I get it. Never mind. Apparently, I haven't had enough coffee yet. Stegosaurus. Now, there you go. I love Stegosaurus. That's my oldest daughter's favorite dinosaur. It's the Stegosaurus. No, my son's favorite dinosaur is the Stegosaurus. My oldest daughter's was the Triceratops. Right? There you go. That would be the job for you. I could see you doing that. I can definitely see that you doing that. All right. Shall we go on to our next story? That's what I'm saying, easily distracted. I wanted, yes, I want a dragon. Well, I have a dragon. Welcome back, Vegas. Welcome back. As my one of my protectors, but to have a little mini dragon hanging around on my shoulder, hell yeah, I'm all for that. Or yeah, we could ride, get a bigger one and ride like I can't remember the dragon's name in Neverending Story. But yeah, that would be cool too. That would be cool too. Don't mind us, Vegas. We've somehow gone into dinosaur talk. So the next story is about a man that appears out of nowhere, seen on a video recording. There you go. You never have to worry about a lighter or matches again. Falcor, yeah. That's right. Yes. So this video, now I've looked at this one, I'm not gonna lie. I've looked at this video because I was studying it most of these videos I was studying real good. But I wanted your take on it. And I wanted to see if you guys see what I see. But anyway. Man appears out of nowhere, seen on a video recording. When things like this happen, they can leave you second guessing about it. A CCTV video captured a man who appears quite literally out of nowhere, and is it nothing more than a camera glitch of some sort? Perhaps, but some are wondering if this guy is a time traveler of sorts. It is unknown where this took place, but the video recording shows a street somewhere. At first, nothing else out of the ordinary happens until this unidentified man appears from the street and a nearby sign before wandering into the sidewalk. Moments later, he begins to walk in a hurry. Now, we'll show you the video. I'll show you the video, of course. This recording might be nothing more than someone using a special effect. Of course, our minds all go there, that was photoshopped. Um, but if not, then it does raise some questions about it. Other people around this location are going about their business as seen. In the wide angle background zoom out, cars can be seen driving down the road among the people wandering around. Is it possible that this teleport type technology actually exists? Many things are reverse engineered and work on in secret. Maybe this was an accident of sorts, as this man unknowingly was recorded in a nearby street. See, my take on that is like, if this guy can time travel, I'm sure he knew he was on camera. I don't know. That's where my mind goes. Certainly someone could have edited the video, but they did a fantastic job, and they did. It's difficult to detect any kind of anomaly in the video. Other questions about this include the quality of the video. This makes editing it that much easier. Another strange thing about this video is, why would a bus stop be next to where passengers would have to step over a cab and barrier? Oh. Upon looking at this man, there appears to be no camera type glitches where the people near him were. Okay, so here it is. Are you guys ready? Let me zoom it out. No, no. Easily Distracted, I've never seen that movie. Okay, you ready, guys? Here we go. He just says boop. So what do you guys think? To me, when I first looked at it, but I don't see it now, but it looked like he came out like of a curtain or something, if that makes sense. But now that I played it back, I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, obviously he's in China or Korea or something. But he knew that. It's not like he came out of nowhere because he knew that chain was there to step over. If you know what I mean. Like me, I if I would have shot out somewhere and didn't know where I was, I would so trip over that chain. That's just me. It's like a chain link. I mean, if it was editing, they did a damn good job. I don't see any splicing or anything in there. What chair? The benches? Or no, those are fences. I don't know what that is. What chair is higher? I don't know. Really easily distracted. That's messed up. Like she was just like, doo doo doo. Oh, chain. Did I read that wrong? Yeah, he was going somewhere fast. Okay, you had me confused there for a minute. I was like, "What? What chair? Am I look where? Am I missing a chair?" It is kind of. It looks like it's. I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy. I bet. That's wild. Easily distracted. That's wild. I think I would have honestly shit bricks if I seen somebody come out. Like I don't know. I would probably run after them and be like, "Where did you come from?" And they'll be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And I came from, oh, disappeared. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know. When I first watched that video, like I said, it looked like there was like, I don't know, it could be residual, like you said, Vegas, just because he knew that chain was there. See, I watch little things like that, but he did know that chain was there. I don't know. That's crazy to me, though. Like I said, when I first watched it, because like down by the end of his foot, it looked like I don't know for some reason to me, it looked like he came out of a curtain or something. But it might be just the way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can't account for people not noticing because we don't pay attention nowadays. We really don't. So when it comes to people paying attention, things can happen around them, a million times, and they're so oblivious to it because we don't pay attention anymore. You know, hell, I mean, I remember. Yes, they do, Vegas. That is so true. They really do. And they take their ghostly spirit talk. All the Asians are like very serious when it comes to stuff like that. They don't like talking about it. At least the ones I know. Um, but yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, That's wild, though. Thank you for sharing that. Easily distracted. That's pretty freaking cool. It really is. I couldn't imagine what went through everybody's mind seeing just that jogger. But that looks like that sounds like this. Remember the story about the hikers that got lost in the woods and they shouldn't have been lost at all? It was like they went through a time warp. Or look at the guy who even, flew through the Bermuda Triangle and made it to Florida in like 25 minutes, which should have, he's like, there's no way. I, you know, is there time loops too? I mean, and that to me goes all about the different vibration. Like they say, where we vibrate in a different, vibrations and stuff like that. Who's to say that, okay, if we, and that's how we move through timelines. We're constantly moving through timelines. My husband's a big fan of that theory. Um, so who's to say we're ending up in a timeline that might be a parallel universe that might be, happening just like it would, but you're on a different level and you're just like boop. You know what I mean? I'm sure it did easily distract. I'm sure. I can't imagine what was going through all your minds. Holy crap. Because you sit there and you question yourself, like, did I just see that? Did that just happen? You know? But when you have a bunch of people like that can validate it for each and every one of you, that's definitely creepy. That's when it becomes the creep factor. That's so wild. So wild. The next story we have, is this a Matrix glitch? A crow stuck in the sky motionless. Now, this is not the first time I've heard of this. And this kind of reminded me of the whole thing with Eddie's story about the guy walking down the street. But it says it was a most unusual sight when a mother named Kylene Bowman shared on her Facebook an extraordinary clip showing a crow stuck in motion, or well, in the sky motionless. Some now wonder or have whether or not we've been living in a matrix all along. See, that makes it even more interesting. Easily distracted. So it looked like a jogger from the 70s, sweatband and socks, shorts. That's wild. That even made it more weirder. Especially a time loop time, you know what I mean, type thing. That's crazy. This goes on to say the crow bird seems to not move whatsoever, as if it doesn't even flap its wings. The video was taken by Bowman when she was heading to school to pick up her children. It is assumed that uh, it was not a typical sighting and quite out of the ordinary, obviously. So that's the picture of it, but we'll see the. I know. The Dome, yes, exactly. I love that show. Although I didn't see it till the end. But that was a good TV show, The Dome. Um, Welcome back, Eli. The location of where this took place was Gallup, New Mexico. The suspended black crow bird looks like it was pasted there. Of course, there is possibility that this is a 17 clip second clip was altered in some way. But Kylene mentioned on Saturday post that upon the other morning, Jay was taking Lily to. Oh my God, we're having an earthquake.
You hit an earthquake.
Yeah, I know.
Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a good side one too.
What? That's not scary. Should I stop talking about stuff? hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. I just want to make sure it's You guys are coming with me to check to see what size that was. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Am I still live? I will. I definitely will be safe. Ron, you called it. Well, it's not registering yet. Oh, it feels like it might be coming back. That might be my body, though. Come on. It hasn't registered it yet. Oh, there we go. That's 1.8. That ain't going to do shit. Let me check my other site. Not Earthy. Where is our Earth? Why is mine not on here? Oh, there we go. Nope, that's the 23rd. Never mind. I lied. There we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, Lord. Yep, right there, 4.0. Right here in Valdez. Oh, I hate this thing. Yeah, Eddie. He probably went downstairs to have a cigarette. See how he is? It's like, I'm out here. 4.0. Sorry, guys. Okay, shall we get back? Did I, you know, scare anybody off now? Oy vey. Is everybody still here? Everything's good. We'll probably get some aftershocks. I think we're having one right now. No, we're not. That's just my body. It's good to have hanging things around the room so you know when it's just your body and when it's, you know. Am I still online? Okay. Hopefully. Okay, so this bird was suspended in mid flight. I'm just going to keep going. Nobody's talking to me, but I'm going to keep going. I usually talk to myself anyway, so it's good. All right, so the location of where this was, Gallup, New Mexico. Anyway, young Lily said, "Look, that bird is frozen." Then Jay stopped their car to see what was happening. It was quite a sight to behold. The bird appears as it was captured between the flapping of its wings. It was midair and not moving. Sorry, I keep pausing because after you go through an earthquake, your body does this whole shaking thing, or at least mine does. So I gotta pause to feel if I'm really going through an earthquake or if it's my body saying, "Hey." um, you can see the beak moving, but this still boggles my mind. What do you think? Jay, along with her friends, were amazed at the strange recording, saying it was another glitch in the Matrix. There is a possibility that we all live within a virtual world. Thank you, Blue, for confirming that. And may not technically even exist. Everything around us could be simulated of sorts, but like anything else, it's a speculation at this point in time. Others think that there is an afterlife and life beyond death. There could be even a heaven and hell. Some have claimed to experience this in a near-death moments, sharing what they had seen. It is a lot to think about, as we can only try and keep an open mind about it. So here's the video. That's a big video. Man, how am I going to do that? I don't even have it zoomed. I wonder if going like, okay, there we go. All right, ready guys? Here we go. I don't think there's any sound. No. So what do you guys think? That bird is like stuck there. I wish there was other things moving around it though. I mean, who the hell am I to, you know? I mean, obviously he's moving. What do you guys think about that? Ready for what? Ready for what, Blue? No. Um, so what do you guys think about that? That's crazy. Yeah, they're moving. Yeah, I know. That's what's strange about it. It's like they're moving, but the bird ain't moving. That I couldn't imagine seeing that. I mean, I would definitely have to pull over too. Well, see something like that, it wouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'd react to anything. But that's crazy to me. I couldn't imagine. Just just staying there, just chilling. So forget about knowing about alligators inside of the New York City sewers. Think about friends find gray pale humanoid inside of sewers. So you don't have to worry about snakes and alligators and crocodiles coming up through your toilets. You have to worry about gray pale humanoids coming up your toilets and grabbing your ass. While several friends were out and about walking towards a nearby park to hang out, they came across the sewer system there. Being rather naive, they decided to explore the location. A large grate covered the sewers, but the bars were bent open. The opening was big enough to squeeze through. The guys the guy explained that his friend was intuitive enough about things like this. He said that she had experience with paranormal type stuff. Because of this, they wanted to find out what was in there, as it was an interesting mystery to them. They soon noticed light was coming through part of the grate at the top, enough to see what was inside. This is where things got weirder. After entertaining, after entering, they discovered a small tunnel that led higher up. This room was partly filled with water, and at the bottom there was a noticeable amount of graffiti along the walls at the tunnel passage. Moments after wandering around in there, he said a long, lanky arm appeared to stretch out. What resembled an arm, anyway, was not moving. He said it could have been a plank of wood, perhaps. Looking around, he found some rocks and stacked them up so he could see further inside. Light continued to peek in, and then he noticed what resembled a gray, hunched figure that had a bony looking body. And it's so weird because a lot of things have been coming up about bony animals, bony bodies of these animals. Seen it in the water, washed up on shore. I mean, there's a lot of boniness going around. I don't know how you would explain that, but At least what I've been reading. Unsure of what he was seeing, fear soon crept in. He mentioned seeing its back along with a part of its. Sorry, I gotta zoom this back in. I forgot that I zoomed it out to see the video. But anyway, unsure of what he was seeing, fear soon crept in. He mentioned seeing its back along with part of its neck and the top of its arm. Whatever it wasn't moving and possibly could have been a homeless person who starved themselves to death. While he wanted to take a picture of this, his girlfriend refused to enter and she was the only one who had a phone with her. Both of them decided something wasn't right with this, so they hightailed it out of there. The best they both could figure was this might have been something that escaped from a secret project of some kind. Allegedly, an army depot exists in this area, and they do testing on animal subjects. To them, this was all speculation, but he remembers what was there. It might be something more paranormal related to gray aliens or a wraith of some kind. There has been no update posted yet or where this occurred. So again, people, do not worry about alligators, crocodiles, and snakes coming up through your toilets. Worry about these gray humanoid creatures coming up and grabbing your ass. All right, next one. I want your guys' opinion. Here's a guy captures shadow person with his camera phone. You ready for this, guys? I want you guys to tell me what you think. When we see things like this, they're often rather questionable. Sometimes they are real head scratchers, and another example of this. This is another example of this. Ever since this video was posted back in December 16, 2016, people have been wondering if it's actually real or not. Isn't that weird, Vegas? Yeah. The video first starts out with a man from Pennsylvania explaining that he, along with his wife and children, were hearing strange noises. During this time, the video clip was recorded on his camera phone. They had a dog along with several cats. However, this was no dark black cat. It's something else entirely. Both of their cats were upstairs in the children's room. It seems as though their dog was whimpering from the fear during this time and was inside his cage in the kitchen upstairs. And you'll hear this. I watched the video. It's creepy. Over the course of several months prior to this video recording, they kept hearing what sounded like footsteps coming from the stairs of the basement. It sounded like someone walking up and down the stairs as they were pacing back and forth. It is unknown if this home had previously any kind of haunted history, but it's assumed not. This shadowy-looking figure peers out from the wall downstairs in the basement. And when I first saw this picture, I thought it was this thing. And I'm like, that looks like a cartoon character. Can you guys see that? But this is the actual picture right here. So, but you're going to see something. Some think this is a person dressed up as a Halloween costume, kind of like a bodysuit. It is possible, but it's not confirmed to be. There are moments before he wanders downstairs in the basement that look rather strange. Some pointed out that when he turns his camera right around before he cuts on the light, there is something or someone standing right on the right side of the stairwell before it quickly wandered downstairs to the basement below. I'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch that. So before he goes to shoot downstairs, there's something standing to the right of him. Another comment was made mentioning that when he first opened the door, there was no way to tell if this was fake or not. For example, if this was a person instead, then the light would likely be reflecting on the clothing they had on. As seen in the video, the clothing is way too dark. Hey! Ooh, I'm sorry. Hey, 24. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. As seen in the video, the clothing is way too dark looking for the clothing to be clothing that the person would be wearing. Whatever this thing appears to be, it didn't seem entirely human by most counts. There was another unexplained mystery of sorts to be explained. Okay, ready guys? Let me go ahead and... This does have sound, so let me know if you can't hear it. But you should be able to. There's going to be a lot of this first. Shadow person caught on camera. It says there has been an excessive noise in our basement. My wife thinks it's our cats. This is what I caught on camera. No one else was in the basement. Both cats are upstairs in the kids' room. Our dog is in his cage in the kitchen. You can hear him crying about whatever is making noise in the basement. He wanted to prove to his wife that it isn't the cats. We've been hearing these noises for the last few months. Nothing prior and no idea what started the noise. It's constantly somebody going up and down the basements. So you be judged. Let me know what you think it is. I am at a loss. After showing this to my wife, we are now actively looking for a new house.
Anyways, I'm here because I'm videotaping because I keep hearing some crazy shit coming from my basement. Like pounding, stuff being moved. You hear it? So anyways, I'm just going, you hear it sound like someone walking up down the steps. But anyways, I'm going down and I've decided to videotape it to have proof for my wife. She doesn't believe me. All right, here we go. Hello. I know I hear you down here. I know I heard you. Holy fuck! Oh my... Dude! I just saw it. Holy shit, man. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Dude, I swear to gosh. I just heard it. Holy shit. There's nothing down here. There's nothing down here. What the fuck is going on, man?
What do you guys think?
I just saw it. Holy shit, man. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Dude, I swear to gosh.
Sorry about this.
I just heard it. Holy shit. There's nothing down here. There's nothing down here. What the fuck is going on, man?
So what do you guys think it is? Right? I know, Blue. I understand now when people say shadows are blacker than black. You know what I mean? Any takes on that, though? I mean, like, my skepticism side wants to come out and say that was a person in a suit. It was too perfectly rounded. But I don't know if it's from the shaking or of his camera. But it kind of almost looks like it poops. But like I said, that could have been his shaking.
I know I heard you. Holy fuck! Oh my... Dude! I just saw...
I don't know. It just seems like it poops into like gray smoke or something. So you know what I mean? Thank you for the ice cream. I didn't get scared that time. Are you proud of me? I didn't jump. Which I'm surprised I didn't after, watching that and, But thank you. Thank you so much for the ice cream, Blue. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, See, my shadow people aren't like that. They're not like that dark. Do you know what I mean? They're like, you can see through them, if that makes sense. So like I've never seen like something like that would probably, I think that's why you jumped. You did not jump. You jumped at your own ice cream. You jumped for me, huh? Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so like I can see through the shadow people that I see here. So I think that's why I'm not like afraid of them. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't jump when I see them, but seeing something like that, darker than dark, like they say, that would probably freak me out. Oh, because of the lag. Oh, that's so funny. Payback's a bitch, huh? No, that's hilarious. We could never do that again, you know? That's funny. All right, guys, I got one. I mean, if you want to keep going, we can go. I found a lot of interesting stuff on this site. So apparently, this, the alien reptilians. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Um, so they changed their eyes. You know, there is an app that does that and stuff. But this lady apparently did it on while she was being interviewed. Hold on, let me get to her. So you tell me if this is real or whatnot. It says the theory is the alien reptilians have gained positions of power, including within the government. This would give them the power to manipulate human society any way they want. While most believe alien reptilians are evil, they may be protectors of humanity instead. It's all speculative at this point in time. So this is her. Okay, we're gonna watch her eyes, and of course they'll.
Идут, скажем, от
What do you guys think? I mean, there are other videos where, they show people's eyes changing like that into reptilian eyes. Maybe she's a cat lady. I don't know. So, what do you guys think about that? I remember back in the day when I first found out people talking about reptilians and stuff like that. I did, of course, you go through the motions. You go through the holy shit, that's crazy. Then you go through the nah, it's gotta be fake. You know what I mean? And then I saw a bunch of them. Then I put it off. I think around the time that I stopped, you know, doing paranormal and everything like that, put everything to the back burner. Um, and when that happened, that kind of went away too, right? And now I'm hearing more and more about it as I get older, as I get more into it again. And, you know, just researching everything. I hear more and more about it. Not as much as it used to be like going around back in the day, but it's still there. So here's one for you guys. This haunted doll, allegedly grows real human hair. Talk about a haunted doll whose hair you have to keep getting cut. Like having a kid. Um, Known as Okiku Nigio, and I probably butchered those names, and I'm sorry if I did. The small sized doll has a unique history of dating back to the year 1918. While a man visiting Sapporo, Japan, came across a rather remarkable doll, Ikichi Suzuki, Suzuki, I want to say Suzuki, believed his younger 2-year old sister Akiku would enjoy having this doll, so he purchased it. That's the doll there. The doll stands just under 16 inches tall and has a traditional Japanese kimono on. Notably, the doll's hair is shoulder length. As Big Brother Ikichi returned home one day, he gave this doll to his little sister. She enjoyed the gift and seemingly always had it with her up until the day she tragically died. The young girl was only 3 years old and fell ill quickly. She passed away from complications such as having a high fever. Of course, Akichi and the rest of his family were heartbroken over the death. Initially, the plan was to bury the doll with Okiku, but it wasn't so. The doll was later placed up on a small-sized altar in the home to remember little Okiku. From what is understood, the doll would remain inside the family home for 20 years. It was until 1938, when the family decided to leave Hokkaido, that the doll would stay up there on the island. They all agreed that it was best for the doll to remain behind there on the island. Intriguingly, the doll ended up at a temple known as Manajai. This is where the doll remains to this day. There at the temple, the local monks care for the doll by giving it a haircut. So you see the doll's hair cut there. Remarkably, the doll's hair continues to grow down towards its shoulders. One priest inside the temple notably had a dream and said that this was the doll's wish. As requested, the doll continued to be cared for by the temple caretakers. I don't know, that face looks like a newer face. See, my skepticism kicks in. After further scientific examination, it was confirmed that the doll's hair was not from a human child after all. One can only wonder what the hair is from and why it continues to grow. However, there are many people who frequently frequent this temple just come to see the doll for themselves. They are not allowed to take any pictures of it except in their minds. This doll remains a mysterious fascination for many to this day. I know, wouldn't it be weird? Cutting the doll's hair and it grow back. I mean, talk about having a haunted doll. You know what I mean? And it's not human hair. Well, how the hell does it grow? You know what I mean? All these questions pop up. That's crazy. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, yeah. So next on the list, this photograph shows unknown tiny humanoids somewhere in North America. And I swear to God, these little people do exist. When I hear stuff like this, I have to research it because it reminds me of the little um, things from Indiana Jones. You know, the little, or not, even the little weird small people that are in the jungle. That's what, and I'm scared of these things. Either known as, I know Wiggy, but I don't know that word. Um, Bajwajwini, um, Ep- Epa Innies or Palianes. I know I've heard of those two, but I don't know exactly how to say it. In North America, but Wiggy, they're like a chameleon. These little small sized creatures, are able to blend into their surroundings, making them incredibly difficult to see. And I believe they're a type of fairy, if I remember my big book of fairies that I used to have. One photograph was taken for Crypto Four Corners, international founder and researcher J.C. Johnson. They were out exploring near the Canadian border, investigating several cryptid encounters and other strange phenomena first reported about the local residents there. Known as small wild men, they all come from gremlins, I'm telling you. They roam the forest during certain times. From what is understood, these creatures are also cunning and dangerous to humans. They range between 2 to 3 inches in height. These critters, see? Critters. Also known to have a green complexion that is likely adapt from their diet in the forest. Creatures such as these would consume large amounts of plants which have chlorophyll in them. Could it be this is why they get their distinctive coloring and what gives them the camouflage ability? In locations such as Minnesota and Massachusetts in USA, I wonder if Blue Rock's ever seen anything like this. Oh. These kinds of creatures have allegedly been reported about. When I lived there, I don't remember hearing anything about them. But of course, I wasn't really paying attention back then. Like these other less known cryptozoology sightings, there isn't much known about them. They have mastered the ability to roam the woodlands without being detected and wander through the thickets, bracken fern canopies that reach heights around 3 foot. And I imagine it's like one of those things where you hear, where you sit there and you hear something rattling around in the woods and you think it's a rabbit. Well, that's what you put your mind to ease, right? It's a rabbit, or it's a squirrel, or it's a chipmunk, and it's one of these freaking things. Judy Klein gets credit for finding the humanoid peeking from the ferns. Ron Shaw is on the left. So they're going to show a close up here. Most would think that wandering away from something like this would be the wisest choice. However, many want proof of something like this and would stop at nothing to get it. So far, only a single photograph has been presented regarding this sighting. The creature seen was spotted by Judy Klein after she glanced closer. So what do you guys think? Yeah, or some little laughs. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, these things are. It almost looks like it's got a um pointed ears. I mean, I don't know if that would be its ears, but it kind of. Astonishing, there does appear to be some kind of unknown creature here. Its head seemingly peeks out through the brush below. There have been other sightings of comparable type creatures, including a man named William Russo. He first mentioned something odd in his book entitled The Creature from the Bridgewater Triangle. Yeah, like a fairy ear. Apparently, he was walking his dog not far from home at home around midnight. This took place within the southern part of Hockomock Swamp when a 3 to 4 foot creature came towards them about 10 feet away. Yeah, I would definitely be. I'm telling you, something like that came out, especially looking like that thing. That looks like a skull. You know what I mean? If that thing came at me, I would be a little creeped out. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Nope. Another one that would freak me out is this is why I chose this story. Mannequin people followed us home. Can you? No, I'm not one that's afraid of dolls or anything like that. I mean, there's some creepy dolls. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not like freaked out about them like some people are. Do you know what I mean? But mannequins, on the other hand, can you imagine somebody following you home? Several friends shared their brief story explaining how they were coming back home from what but were followed by the unimaginable. It is unknown where exactly this allegedly took place, but several friends believe what they had seen. Or yeah, let's try that again. Yeah, no eyes. I'm telling you, that thing's creepy. It is unknown where exactly this allegedly took place, but several friends believe what they had seen. Okay. The two of them were wandering down the road after a long night of playing video games with each other, or with others. It was late and it was like 2 to 3 a.m. Both of these lads lived closer by one another. They continue to pass the streets, understandably. This particular location is quite dark at night. Often two of them wandered on the same street. However, upon this night, there was something out there unimaginable. Both of them glanced over to see what resembled a dark colored Jeep which was heading their direction. Ron, yeah, I'm telling you. Things really became weird as the friends looked up to see what resembled several people sitting in the front of the vehicle. However, it wasn't the case at all. The passengers both appeared to have black, emotionless faces. The two friends then stepped closer to see that these people were not people, but resembled to be what resembled to be mannequins. I'd be freaked out by, right? So yeah, and here you got both, Blue. You know, you got mannequins inside a car. Both of them couldn't believe what they had seen. It was like something from a movie. One of the lads had explained how much this frightened them. They quite literally were shaken as they shared their story online. There were two other mannequin people in the back of this Jeep as well. It was both creepy and unlike anything they had ever seen before. Maybe it was the men in black. They explained how these mannequin people looked over their way with an empty, soulless stare. These things had no emotions and were not made of flesh. They were synthetic and manufactured looking. One of the friends asked the other about what they had just seen. They were scared out of their minds, and both of them ran back as fast as they could. I would have too. Okay, I'm sorry, but a freaking mannequin following me home? No, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. I would have been freaked out. I mean, again, you don't know how true this is, but that would definitely freak me out. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's yelling at his game. Um, right? Now they can drive. See, now you got both of them. You would get freaked out by a car following you, but a car driven by mannequins? Yeah. How creepy is that, right? The next story I got for you guys is the guy continues to get calls for his dead friend. After pondering about what he experienced, one guy from the United Kingdom still continues to receive phone calls regarding his late friend. She was his good friend ever since school. This girl stepped into his life after noticing his sorrows during school hours. The two of them soon become close as time passed. They experienced many things together. Unfortunately, this good friend ended up dying due to a medical condition. He learned the news of her death after his mother told him. She had drowned from a health issue. This guy was completely heartbroken over and decided to share a post about this on social media. It is unknown where she died or how she was found, but the loss of this close friend certainly tormented him. As late September came around, he had to deal with the fact that she wasn't coming back. He often would sit in bed all day, barely drinking or eating anything. He had never felt such loss at this time in his life before. As her 18th birthday soon approached, something strange happened. He received a phone call from a random number from across the country. He picked up his phone because it was connected. He then picked up his phone because it was connected to a business phone number. On the other end of the line, an Indian man soon spoke. He inquired about his late friend, asking to speak to her, and mentioned both her first and last name. It was rather eerie to say the least, as the name was correct. Unsure of what to do next, he waited a moment and then he asked the man on the other end of the phone to repeat his late friend's name. A sense of creepiness soon set in. He immediately hung up the phone and then he didn't hear back until the very next day. After mentioning his situation to another friend, they also wondered what was happening. Strange enough, another phone call happened. This time, he elected to use the speakerphone so both of them could hear the conversation. This time it sounded like someone else. However, they also asked about his late friend. Soon enough, his heart sank to his chest. The guy then asked whether or not they could repeat the question. When the guy asked them to repeat the question, they hung up the phone. All of it was really weird. This guy was very frustrated about all of this, so he decided to use a recorder and wait the next time the phone call happens. Surprisingly enough, another phone call happened upon the very next day. The guy wondered what was happening, so he picked up the phone and said hello. Now he had some kind of proof about the call, so he thought, then hung up as well. After speaking with his cousin for the first time in several years, the two were reflecting back on which had happened so long ago. Soon enough, he mentioned the death of his good friend, and of course, they were saddened by the news. His cousin was also shocked to learn about her death. Later that day, he was listening to music. The song suddenly stopped, and his phone began to vibrate. This is when it really gets freaked out. Another random number was discovered, and he asked about her again. At this point, he dropped to his knees and wept in sorrow. Perhaps all of this was a sign from above. He could only hope. When thinking back about her, he remembered all the good times they shared. Was his dead friend looking out for him, or was she toying with him in some way to let him know that she misses him as well? He remarked about her sense of humor and how she made him laugh when they were together. When he looked back at all the random calls, the numbers seemed to be coming from around different places in the United Kingdom. He could only hope that these calls were some kind of message to him beyond the grave. Perhaps what was more disturbing is whenever he talks about her, he seems to get calls asking for her number. All of this just doesn't make sense as the numbers continue to change each time it happens. To me, that sounds like somebody used her name. But you never know. It could be her way of reaching out to him. Uh, don't forget about me. So this last thing that I'm going to show is this picture of this. Apparently, this happened in March 2020. Obviously, this month. Daytime UFO and military helicopters over Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. To me, this looks like. What do you guys think? To me, this looks like it's out of like Star Wars. I don't know, or you know, I'm trying to blow it up as much as I can. I've never seen a spaceship look like that. I mean, of course, I've never seen a spaceship either, right? Um, it almost looks like Could it be the helicopter carrying something? You know what I mean? And just the angle is off? Well, no, because it looks like the helicopter's going this way. I'm kind of like looking at the trajectory. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Blue. It looks out of sorts. It almost, you know what I thought too is it almost looks like a space junk falling out of the sky. I don't know, but it does. It reminds me of like Star Wars type flying machines. But yeah, it does look like something out of Atari. I don't know. It's very weird. I mean, the guy, it was submitted through his Facebook page. It was recently recorded in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, and it shows some strange UFO craft that was escorted by military helicopters and planes. What's your opinion? There's not much to go on here, just that what I read to you. So, but I wanted to get your guys' take on that, what that looks like to you. I thought maybe a satellite, part of satellite falling out of the sky. Of course, I don't know. It is big, yes. I agree with you. It is big. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know what that could be. I really don't know what it could be. It does look like something out of Atari or something, a video game. Who knows? But there you go, guys. There's the freaky news. Yeah, definitely, Ron. Yeah, I've definitely seen that too. You know, but it almost looks like it's going the other way too, though, than the helicopter. Like the helicopter's going to it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. But definitely, yeah, I've seen, military. I've seen that in videos, military escorting UFOs or whatnot. Kind of like leading them off, like, hey, you know, get out of my territory. But, oh, okay. No worries, Ron. No worry. But I hope you guys loved that rendition of Freaky News Friday. Of course, I'll be studying what we're going to do for Monday Musings, as Monday Musings is always paranormal. Um, I'm going to have, one of these days, I'm going to have a gambling, a game night, because yesterday, like I said, I went to live stream and everything wanted to update. Steam wanted to update. Not StreamYards, OBS wanted to update, Stream Elements wanted to update. It's like everything I'm like, well, screw it. Because like I said, I leave the computer on 24/7. So there you go. You didn't have all the time in the world, but you wanted to wait until I go live or try to go live. Or news helicopters running you. See, I've never heard about that. I've never heard about news helicopters, but I've heard about anytime something freaky happens, like Blackhawks come in and stuff like that. I thank you guys for coming in today. Monday I might have just a paranormal panel. We'll see. We'll have a bunch of people up talking paranormal. As always, keep a lookout for my lives. Uh, I might just jump up through the weekend and see what's going on and, all that good stuff. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and apparently not show my. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Show my credits. I thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. I thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend if I do not see you. Well, I hope you have a wonderful weekend if I do see you. And I will talk to you guys later. Much love, everybody. Watching for a volcano to erupt? Ron, I love it. I love it. What volcano? Do we have one coming around here that's, or not coming around here, but coming in here that's going to erupt soon? I didn't look at that when I looked at the earthquake map. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care. Be safe. Try not to go crazy. And I will talk to you soon. Love you guys.